Oh, it's Tangy Productions here. Okay. Yeah, ladies and gentle thanks. So, with one technology up in the motherboard department, one technology returns to the stay. So, in your local markets, the happier venues of thou. Sorry about the hair. But the happier venues of now and yesteryear come combined. That is an actual functioning Nokia. Um, Mind boggling as it may be. Sometimes they come equipped. The modern day standards will be a little different than the prior, but not by much. Um, it's been a while. You know what I mean? Nokia still produces Lifeline phones. Lifeline phones are just strictly based for private sector. The weird part is one partition of the disk is only talk and text. So it's phone call only requires one solitary loop. UDP requires one solitary loop. Those are private sector Nokias. Okay. Um, the in between ground is GPS Nokias. Okay. So one partition will be held that is only two tower modifiable. That means you can only have talk and text through two towers. That means they cannot track your location pretty much at all. Um, because if you have one tower here and one tower here, and you're somewhere in the middle of it, they cannot triangulate a point. Okay, GPS is a three tower system where you can triangulate from the distance from this tower, and this tower where your position is. From four towers, the same. From five towers, the same. Okay, all of those can track your position. So uh, Nokia via the Microsoft brand is basically real simple phones, long range, pretty durable for the out of doors types. Um, they're only 2G networks. Okay, they're 2G networks with two towers. They can only enact through two towers. On the sides of the phones will be updated a switch. Okay, so it goes from private to smart. If it goes from private to smart, then you will be enacted on three, four, or five towers. Okay. So basically, if you want privacy phone, it's just private sector. You just tick it down, and that partition is the default phone, text, and phone. That's pretty much all the fuck it is. Other than that, the midland Nokias will be uh, just like another smartphone, 3G, 4G access, whatever. Um, but the difference is if you need uh, GPS, the minimum is 3G. If you do not need GPS, then it is strictly private sector phone. Those are 2G. Okay. They will have both for sale in the coming years here. That one right there is just a 2G phone. Flat 2G. Okay. What that means is between two towers, they can relatively guess that you're in between there by about 100,000 miles, somewhere in there. The range on them is kind of ridiculous. The battery's good, but that means that you're more of a navigator than the phone is. That's about it. But if you call, it will pick up, and if you text, it will pick up. It is a strictly UDP device on its default Nokia for the coming 2024 year. Um, they will be for sale. It will be for Verizon, for AT&T, um, Apple, and Microsoft, actually. Um, Pretty much everybody have a vendor. I don't know if Android's going to work with them or not. That's up to the Android market itself. Um, but those are 2G releases. They're coming back in 2024, so look for them around Christmas time. Um, that's going to be a pretty rowdy deal. Um, Microsoft is investing quite a bit in those technologies for marketing research, and that should bring back quite a bit of private sector phone use. Back in the day, our entrepreneurs were kind of forced into a smartphone market, and then our entrepreneurs lost their ability to basically use a phone other than a landline, which, you know what I mean, I still use to this day. But so regular old home phone, still good. 1G network. Nokia, 2G network. Nokia 3G is talk, text, and GPS. Okay, and Nokia smartphone is 4G, 5G network. So please be advised that you know the differentials in your phone. Okay, the phone I'm talking to you on is a 5G network. These are very broad span. Okay, but very broad span. Everybody kind of knows you as if I'm a producer, editor, director, then that's, you know what I mean. I gotta say some stuff. If you're contacting me for technical results in the ethical hacking field, um, you know, if the courtroom calls me and says, "Hey, we got to know if this is a fake or a real," then I have to be able to determine graphical implementation at 4K all the way down to real life footage. And if I'm taking a serious look at it, that can take a while. And if I'm taking a short look at it, you know what I mean? If the case is, you know, small potatoes, then it's whatever. But if I'm looking at large, you know, like the case was 100,000 and up, you know what I mean? And they're trying to dummy some documents for a semi trailer crashed, and they want to know where the physics and parts were and why they're in this odd place and how they got there. Then I have to go through deeper analysis structures. But that's life. So, on the technical aspects of things, I work with pretty much every type of device, you know what I mean? I've worked with, you know, your standard iPhones. This one's a rebuilt one if anybody wants to buy it. And then, you know, I've worked with Blue, I've worked with Nokia's, I've worked with, these ones are all the standard packbacks. These ones were not bad for the 3G networks, by the way. Blue might be releasing a new one of these, who knows? But these ones were kind of simple. It takes nothing more than a fingernail, and you can flat back your battery pack. These carried up to 2 SIMs and an SD card. The kind of bonus to these ones, these were kind of an updated Nokia back in the day, but the Blues these were 3G, and 2 SIM was the only way to get these to work. But my favorite part was, if you're out in the middle of snow machining or something like that, you pull off your battery pack and you can tuck it under your arm. So if you really get stuck, you know what I mean, you got this little chest pack, because the wind will kill your battery if it's stuck to the phone. If your phone can't flat penetrate and you got your phone up front in your pocket, the wind will kill the battery right through it. So these batteries were designed to be disconnecting. You set them on your bum so you're riding on the seat. This stays hot. Then if you need the use of the phone, okay, you just plug that in, slap it, and then slap the back on it. Blue released these quite a while ago. These are your just standard 3Gs. You can have up to 4G on them with 2 SIMs. Okay, but when you're out there in Bush, Alaska, you know, Bush Alaska can kind of tell you how it's going to work. Yeah. This from the desk, Tangy Productions. Have a wonderful day.